Warning, if you have any problems with adult baby content or a grown man doing weird things with diapers, please, for the love of God and your own mental health and your sanity, just click off the video. Leave a like, but click off the video and go watch another documentary that I made or something, because things are about to get a little disgusting. I think this is going to be like the most disgusting documentary I've made so far, so please just, for your own mental sanity, just leave, alright? You've been warned, and enjoy the video. So as you all know, YouTube's a fun place, and when it comes to fun things, there's always an evil and decrepit side to it. It's kind of like the yin and yang. Sometimes the evil outweighs the good, and puts a smudge on the good's name. Ruining that reputation and no longer making it fun, instead making it something that it was never meant to be. When it comes to some fandoms, yeah, I think they're weird, and sometimes cringe when I see them. You know, but otherwise I just accept them for what they are, that they're a part of internet culture, and, you know, I move on. I don't normally pose any kind of particular opinion. I don't really care. I mean, you do whatever floats your boat, as long as you're not hurting other people or yourself, it's fine. These fandoms sometimes cultivate a name due to the dark, shadowy figures that lurk in the corners of the room, kind of forcing me to form an opinion at sometimes. The subject of today is a mixed bag of a person that poses as an adult baby, which I will be referring to as an AB for the rest of the video. He's also a furry and a whiz with retro and vintage technology, which you wouldn't think that those three things would pair up to make the personality of just one singular person, but you know, here we are. Anyways, this is Pamperchu, a man from Beaverton, Oregon, or around the Portland area. He was born July 12th, 1988. It refers to himself as having an obsession with Pokemon and diapers, which, you know, it's Pamperchu, his name. You get it? Ha ha ha. As far as we know, he goes all the way back to 2008, according to his website, anyways. Speaking of which, why don't we just talk about that? So, the website. It's a little strange, it's a little weird. So, the website doesn't exist anymore, and as far as I can tell, it was active all the way up to 2012. As the last two captures on the Wayback Machine are on November 2nd of 2013 and May 16th of 2014. Both captures showing that the URL was for sale, but when the site was active, you had a lot of things that you could do. You know, there's a lot of options here, such as looking at pictures of his fursuits, learning how to stuff diapers down drains, buy some of the shit he finds, play some games, which I have no idea what these games were. They don't show up on the archive, but, you know, there were a lot of them, and to be honest, they were probably some crappy Flash games, but they would have been interesting to play, interesting to see, but I never got an opportunity to. You could also listen to the radio, and it even had a chat room. I don't want to know what was going on in the chat room. In between 2009 and 2012, the site, it underwent a slight change, now adding the possibility of printing and scanning diaper tape, custom diaper tape anyways, and somehow obtaining free diapers. Well, they say free, but as far as I know and from what I've heard, they were like 60 bucks. They weren't free. I don't know. Pamperchu, you want to come out and say something about it? Not only could you buy free diapers or get free diapers, you could also donate to send them to college. So, don't send this little fucker any money, please. Any of these lolcows like Cyrax or Carissa, Boogie, fucking, I don't know, Daniel Larson, don't send any of them money. They don't deserve it, they don't need it, and you're just furthering their cause to the destruction of, one, their own health and the hurt of other people. Since we're on the topic of internet sites, let's talk about 4chan. So, you think he's weird after me showing you that shit? Oh, don't worry. It gets weirder and much, much more disgusting. I haven't even scratched the surface of this. How about we take a little walk down to 4chan and, you know, read this post by Charles Cho, who says, "I can't buy diaper, so I just go through trash to find some. What do you think? Is it a good idea?" To which DLover159 says, "It's a bad idea, and to just go buy them." Charles replies with, "I would love to buy some, but I can't. I just wear them for 5 minutes. And then here comes Pamperchu to fuck shit up with his own logic, saying, "I do it and it's safe as long as you know what you are doing. Wet diapers are very safe and can be reused, but poopy diaper can make you sick. So just be careful. I have saved the wet and poopy diapers from dumpsters for over 10 years, and I have never been sick. I love the smell of old diapers and love getting them for free out of the garbage. You can microwave them really hot and kill off any bacteria and germs, then let them cool down before wearing them so you won't burn yourself. squinty eye emoticon. Everyone seems so grossed out from the used diapers on this site. If you like dumpster diapers, go for it. Just be careful. Of course, you know, the logic's really fucking stupid. It's idiotic, and it is irresponsible to be saying shit like that. And, you know, it was met with a little bit of advice from Wing Dog. It said, just going to give you the warning that you can contract diseases through urine. And your advice is also very dangerous to the original poster. Also, a microwave will not kill off all the bacteria and could start a fire. To which Pamperchu posted his microwave said, my microwave is awesome. 1971 radar range. Not gonna lie, I kind of like it. I kind of like his microwave. I want his microwave, alright? I've been doing it for a long time and have never been sick. Also, I don't see any way to start a fire with a microwave unless you were a complete idiot. Someone wants to wear a nice squishy old diaper, let them. It's for the most part safe to do and will not make you sick. We have immune systems that can handle most things we come in contact with. Wing Dog replied with, take a look at what you just wrote and tell me it's still a good idea. I bolded your good idea. It's very easy to start a fire with a microwave and something that's not supposed to be microwaved. Your advice is very unsafe and it's really gross to boot. You may not have gotten sick yet, but that means nothing. The original poster may not be so lucky. You have to understand the dangers of what you're doing and saying. And in lieu of that advice, Pamperchu, he threw a hissy fit, saying, geez, you people worry too much. If someone want to play with used diapers, they should be able to without everyone telling them how dangerous or gross it is. I know it can make you sick, but you know that I have never gotten sick from it. And for some reason, there's a photo of the guy wearing overalls. This dude's an idiot, alright? His microwave is pretty cool. Just for the sake, I know I'm not calling you guys idiots, but please, for the love of God, don't be throwing stuff that doesn't belong into a microwave in the microwave. Just don't do it. There we go. Just don't do it, okay? Let's talk about daily diapers. We're still on, we haven't, like I said, I haven't even scratched the surface of any of this shit. I haven't even got to his YouTube channel. We're still talking about the beginnings of the man. You know, he started his website, and then he posted on 4chan. But his most prevalent site that he was frequenting was the Daily Diapers. So let's talk about Daily Diapers, huh? Daily Diapers is one of those weird websites for, well, what would you think? It's still active, too. It's for people that like to wear diapers. And a lot of weird stuff goes on there, and I don't recommend going to the site. It took me a whole bunch of dry heaving to get through the site just to do some research for old Pamperchu here. So I don't recommend it, but let's talk about it. Alright, so for whatever reason, his website got shut down. He stopped frequenting 4chan, as far as we know. But that didn't stop him from trying to find his place in the world. Pamperchu, he frequented the site Daily Diapers, and I'm assuming to find some friends of, you know, that have like the same stuff that he does, to be ABs and baby furs. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the dude is also a baby fur, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically a furry that wears a diaper, and he likes to also do age play. His profile. We'll get to his profile. We'll get to his profile in a little bit, alright? His first post was a posted reply to Sunshine Bright 9, who posted saying, if you're proud to wear and live in Oregon, it would be great to hear back from you. My boyfriend and I would like to be able to have some friends we can chat with who also wear smiley face. To which, it would get a few replies and then go cold for a few months. June 5th, 2013, only 5 months after the original post, old Pamperchu would make his appearance, saying only the words, Beaverton, Portland, Oregon. To which he would get a reply from Ultra Pampers, who asked, how many people on average show up for the pizza meet? And he would reply, about 20. But it should grow. It's only my fourth month running it. I'm not going to chronicle every single thing that he's gotten replies to or has replied to. It's just, there's too much. There's just a lot of shit to sift through. Like I said, I don't recommend going to the site, but you can do, if you want to read all of the rest of his replies, go for it, whatever. But let's get into his profile. I mentioned that earlier. Let's get into his profile here. He has 4 achievements as a bedwetter. His his favorite age to play as is 5 years old. And at the time, he was 27 years old. So what does that make you think, huh? What does that fucking make you think? Oh no! It gets worse from here. From here on out, it only gets fucking worse, so don't think it's gonna get better. His last post or reply was Christmas Eve and Christmas of 2015, where he would reply saying, "I never liked using pacifiers, but I love a bottle when I go to bed. I have about 300 vintage ones from the 70s and 90s that have a harder, clear plastic and cartoon prints. If it says BPA or lead-free, I don't want it." Which is... that's just fucking unhinged, alright? But okay. It's just unhinged. Why... this dude sucks on lead. Now, before I talk about something else, editor, put up the footage of his photos. If I had to witness these kinds of things doing my research process, I think that everyone else should have to as well. So, you know, put up some of those photos, alright? Alright, so we're gonna be looking at his YouTube channel now. Like I said, I barely scratched the surface. We finally got through his forums and all the shit that he likes to frequent to talk to other baby people. But, you know, like I said, I barely scratched the surface of this complete wackadoo, and I am just now getting to his YouTube channels, okay? So, here we are. His first channel was dated back to February of 2008, and he was 19 at the time, and from what little information I can glean from his archives, his first video titled Bunny Using CED Video Disc. Back in the day, YouTube also had what they called channel comments. I remember these. Do you guys remember these? They had channel comments section, you know, where people could just go and comment on the channel itself and not just the videos. So, editor, why don't you post some of those comments up there? I want to say a big thanks to the Pamperchu archives. We'll talk about that channel here in a little bit. There's some stuff about it, but we can see his first video. So editor, you know what to do as well. After you put up those comments, make sure to put up the video of his first video. Put up the fucking video.
Another piece to the plan to transform the East Bay shoreline into parks and open space. That's not done until we get the cornfields, softball, hardball fields done.
Now, his first channel is lost to time, but little did we know that he would be making an appearance on his second channel, promptly named Official Pamperchu. Posting his first video on there called I'm Alive, and in this 8-second clip he basically proves he's alive by drinking some Pepsi. So, editor, it's only like 8 seconds long. Why don't you put it up there for him?
Refreshing.
Now, in 2020, he would upload a video called New Beginnings, where he tells us that he's finally moving into an apartment with some roommates, shows us his microwave, looks through his fridge, and sticks his key into a wall outlet.
Hello everyone, this is Pamperchu. This is my first time on my own with roommates that I know. So, I just thought I'd do a video. I just got here. I'm in Salem, Oregon, which is about 50 miles south of Portland, Oregon, which is where I used to live. Here's my room, I'll show you. Nothing in it. That they had for me. But there's my luggage and stuffed animal. I have a closet. And I don't know what's in here. Let's look. Oh, okay, it's empty. This one here, this is a 10 amp or 15 if you want to laugh about not having ground plugs. But yeah, it's different laws here. I like it. I like it a lot. Ooh, luxury. What kind of toilet right here? Ah, Glacier Bay. Luxury. Someone's switchblade there. You got someone's keys. Ooh, lithium. This is my very first time. Look. Ooh, look at the cute microwave. It's so tiny. Oh, it's adorable. Look at that. I love these outlets. Where I was living before, those would be ripped out in a minute before you could have tenants. My key. Got some keys here. I can put it in the outlet. Whee! Have fun, little baby.
Now, some of the content varies on his channel. You get cool little clips of his vintage tech. If you haven't noticed, I too enjoy retro and vintage technology. I think it's kind of cool. I digress though. You get little clips of his vintage stuff like a Danish amplifier or a boombox, but you also get some very questionable things. You know what? I'm just gonna give you some whiplash, all right? I'm an evil little bastard, so I'm gonna give you some whiplash, all right? Editor, play the art of diaper squishing. Yummy, yummy for your tummy. How was that? Did you like that? Did you enjoy that? Make you want to rip your fucking eyes out? Because I know it made me want to rip my eyes out. But we can thankfully say that his official Pamperchu channel is defunct right now. It's null and void. It doesn't... Like, it still exists, but he hasn't uploaded for about a year. His channel is basically non-existent. He hasn't uploaded almost a year on that one, so I guess that's a good thing, though I don't think we've seen the last of Pamperchu. You know, I also say that, but there's also a lot of speculation that his manager actually runs the archive channel, Pamperchu Archive, and Pamperchu doesn't run it. There's a lot of controversy for that, so no, we're never gonna know. But as of making this documentary, the last video uploaded to the Pamperchu Archive was about 7 days ago, and it's called Snow Cone. So, editor, why don't you play that?
Hello everyone, it's Pamperchu, and today it's almost New Year's, so it's really cold outside, and I have a snow cone that I'm going to eat because I saved my money all summer long. I invested in snow cones, so I'm going to get this out of the package, and I'm going to eat a snow cone in the middle of dead winter. There we go. Snowed all over my feet. Oh yeah. That is good snow cone. And that's how you're supposed to eat it. Now here, I'll show you another way you can eat it. A little more fancier than put it on your friend's feet, but a snow cone holder. Just a cup. I don't know who this guy is. Road Trips. Brains World, I don't know who he is. But now I'm going to eat the green snow. Hey. That's hard as a rock. Just rub it all over your feet, and then your friend goes, Yep. Alright. Now, if you're doing fun with your friends, they can eat it at your feet, but then, of course, You're gonna have to lick it. Okay, that's too much. So I'm enjoying a snow cone in the winter. Now, if it does snow, I'll go outside and make a real snow cone. I'll even make you guys a yellow snow cone. Don't worry, I have the cone holder, so I can just scoop it up and polish it off with some yellow flavoring, you know, like lemon juice, or I can use lime. You can use Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Tabasco sauce, you name it. Now let me enjoy my green snow cone. Oh yeah, in the very bottom part, which I usually steal first, there's a piece of candy in the bubble gum. See? Jeer Turkers, extra sour, new and improved. You know what? They've been making this same exact snow cone for 30 years. They haven't even changed the label, new and improved. But here, I'll take the snow cone out just to show you what it looks like. I'll put the snow cone in the cone holder. It has a little red on the bottom. That probably used to be a cherry flavored. But here, I'm gonna chuck it because frozen gumball. I would call it gumball. It didn't turn into gum, but it's sour.
That was strange, wasn't it? It wasn't any diaper mashing, but it was still weird, huh? As you dig deeper into his archive channel, you find more and more out about him in small increments, such as his very nasty drinking habit, and supposedly he did morphine, apparently. So he's got some substance abuse problems. Editor, why don't you play some of the evidence for it?
So somebody brought up my drinking, and they're asking me if it runs in the family. Yeah, one side of my family, they always drink, but it was a functional drinking, I guess. And they were also older, like retired. So my dad, he stopped drinking when he hit a dog once when he was younger. And so after he did that, he stopped drinking, period. You know, back then drinking and driving was okay, but now it's looked down upon. Well, after that happened with him, he just stopped drinking. I never ever seen him have a drink. I remember sharing a beer with my grandma when I was 2 years old. But I didn't start drinking until I ran out of what I have been taking pretty much my whole life. So I'm not going to use the words of the actual drug, but one makes you a tweaker and one makes you a heroin addict, okay? They're pills, you know, but still, I've been taking that for most of my life. And then when the VA cuts you off, well, cuts somebody else off, and then your connection gets lost and you know. So that's why I've been drinking, is because I cannot get the two drugs that function with me very well. I don't drink when I do those drugs. I don't even smoke when I do those drugs. But when you have to take care of your own body, and why do we use drugs? Well, drugs because they work. And so right now I'm trying to go to doctors and get help for that, so I can just get the paperwork that says I can have them. But for the last, oh, sorry, Steve, you look passed out. There you go. So yeah, for the last while, for a little while now, I haven't had morphine in 2 years, and it's starting to really get to me. I took it for 10 years before that. I shared something with a friend today, and I feel a little bit better. But the two together work perfect for me. If you look back in my life on my videos, it's no big deal. I'm obviously not dead, but that's what they keep saying. You know, the doctor's like, oh, you can't have opiates because you'll kill yourself or you'll overdose or whatever. You know what? I went through cancer. I went through a lot of things.
Now here's a question. You want everything to come full circle for a minute? Going back to his belief that you can microwave and kill germs, what if I told you that he actually used his technological prowess to actually heat up a diaper to about, was it 120 volts? It was about 120 volts with just exposed copper wire. So editor, do your thing.
Take two. Go ahead. Broke the circuit breaker. Go ahead and fix the breaker. I don't see it either.
It wouldn't be a That Guy documentary if there wasn't some kind of accusations of PDF shit. If you don't know what a PDF is, editor, why don't you like put it up here or something? There it is. It's up there. I just say PDF just because YouTube doesn't like the word. This is where things get very disturbing, to say the least. And I welcome you to hit the like button, click off the video. You know, because like I said, this is where he's basically self-proclaiming to be a PDF file, so, you know, if you catch my drift. If you haven't figured it out yet, Pamperchu is into baby stuff and age play, along with being a baby fur. You could probably guess that he's into some weird shit, right? Well, no, not actually. Not weird. He's into some downright evil stuff. As told in this video that's audio only, where he talks about a dream he had. Here, why don't you have a listen? Alright, again, before you play this, I just want to say, for the love of God, if this makes you uncomfortable, please just hit subscribe and leave. Alright, just get out of here.
I'm hearing voices, so I put these things on my head. I put them on my head. I also like holding, well, thank you, Rob. The voices in my head. So, I also like holding my children, or my pretend children, anyway. I like holding them, just rocking them back and forth. I don't really know what else I do with them. It's just Chuck E. Cheese. I just love rubbing his tummy, or when I hold on to him like this. I love rubbing his back. That's all I do. But he's so picky, though. He won't eat. Sorry, he won't eat proper cheese. No, he likes the 7-year-old cheese, just like I do. He won't eat that cheap stuff. The McDonald's cheese, he throws it up on my lap, and I have to clean up the barf. So yeah, Chuck E. Cheese. So yeah, he's a very warm plush, very warm, burned on his ears, and he's been through a baler. You know, the things that squish stuff. So he's my little boy. And like I said, he has no legs, which I don't like bringing that up, but he has one almost a foot. He has no feet. Yeah, no feet. But this one's like shorter than the other one. I love you, little Chucky. And this is why I can't have a real kid. Get in the bed. No, I can't do that with a real kid. I would never do that. Oh, it's still making me think, though. Yeah, someday I would love to have a real child. Well, I had a dream like this. A real child. He was 7 years old, wearing a wet diaper, and I picked him up and floated him to my bed, and I rubbed his back. That's all I did. I don't know why that's in my dreams, but it's very comforting for me. I guess I should just say now I like kids. I mean, it's not in the same way you might like kids, but it's a parenting feeling. It's something you got. It's really difficult to talk about. But yeah, I like kids. I'll just say that far. I really like them. I want to care for them. I want to dress them up. I want to make sure they're not sick when they're sick. You want to make sure they're healthy. You want all these things that I crave. I just can't have. Maybe someday. I love having stuffed animal children. You can sleep with them. You can live and love next to them. You can go like this. I love you. And I can't have that. It's getting kind of angry for me too. The same thing with the drugs. It's the same thing. I just want to have a raccoon in my bed. I hope my audience is understanding of these predicaments. So yeah, I'm one of those weird people. I still want to say the word. You already know the word I'm talking about, but I'm one of those. I would never hurt a child. I would never have sex with a child. Never fuck a child, you know. No. I'm a different type of one of those.
Well, there's that. He even talks about how the Chuck E. Cheese dolls that you see frequenting most of his videos, those are all just replacements for children that he cuddles with, or wants to cuddle with anyway, so fucking deplorable. Now, this is something that people actually haven't talked about just a whole bunch. Pamperchu apparently had cancer. Which from what I've heard, he got cancer and then it went into remission or some shit. But here's a few clips, editor. I'm sure you've got them. Here's a few clips of him pretty much saying that he's got cancer.
Hello everyone, it's me, Pamperchu. Today I wanted to make a video talking about my recent medical trips and my hospital visits and things like that. 2 weeks ago, I went into the hospital to the emergency room. I had a big mass on my neck here. And for the last month before that, I was getting a lot of swelling. Some days my neck would be out to here, but the swelling's down right now, but I do still have a lump here. This might be hard to see. But there's a lump over on the side of my neck. I went into the ER about a week ago, and it might have been a little longer than that, but I went into the ER and for pain, because I had been experiencing a lot of pain the last 3 days before I went into the ER. They said it was going to be either cancer or mono, or it could have been cat scratch was another one. Yesterday, I went in for just another appointment, and they finally had a diagnosis. They took a few samples out of my lump here. They took a needle and took 3 core samples, and they tested 2 of them. One of them was inconclusive. The other one was that it showed signs of the cancer. So I do have Hodgkin's lymphoma. So tomorrow I'm going in for imaging. They're going to do some, not tomorrow, but Thursday I'm going in for imaging. And they're going to do some pictures with x-rays. I'm going to drink this stuff here. This is a barium. You make like a little drink and you drink it a couple hours before procedure in this case. And then they take a picture with x-rays, and this shows up really bright on their x-rays. On Monday, I will be going in for bone marrow biopsy. And I think they're going to take it from my hip bone, and they're going to somehow drill in and get a sample. Bone marrow is inside your bone. I don't have any treatment plan yet, but I will be soon.
Hello everyone, this is Pamperchu. Today I wanted to show you my PET scan. I had this done yesterday, and what this is, basically they inject me with a radioactive contrast. It's a type of glucose, radioactive glucose. On the left here is the anatomical view of inside of me. This is my brain, and the glucose gets absorbed by the brain. You'll see it in the bladder, and it also shows up in cancer. And then there's my eyeballs. You get a close-up of my eyeballs. Thought that was really cool. That's the very top of my cancer. And so this is the bottom of my mandible. And you scroll down there just a little more. And you see that big bright spot? That's not supposed to be there. That's cancer. That's the big lump on my neck. And so that's the cancer still down there, down into my chest. And if you look over here, you can see this lump right here. That's the cancer. Those 2 lumps right there, they correspond to those 2 big bright spots.
Now, all that being said, this dude is one of the most heinous people I think I've ever covered. They don't really go hand in hand, but I'd say Pamperchu's probably second to Carissa, you know, because Carissa actually abuses her own kid. But we got Pamperchu here. I'm gonna make it even more uncomfortable by having the editor play the video diaper mashing.
Hello everyone, this is Pamperchu, and I made a little mess on the floor in my last video, but I made a bigger mess in the tub. So these are all like diapers out of the dumpster, like they were new and stuff. So I just soaked them in water. You see there's some water. I soaked them all up. And what we're going to do, we're going to jump in the tub and we're going to squish them. We're going to squish them like this. See how it's like folding? And it's still good. See, watch this. Oh, it popped out the side. Oh, it didn't burst. We're going to squish them. It gets all gooey. Look, see how it gets all gooey in between his toes? Yeah, this is fun. And just kind of pop them. See how the goo comes out? That's what we like. That's the part we like. See how this goo comes out? And it's really fun. Autistic people love this stuff. And I'm one of them. But yeah, we kind of like the stuff, and I love it between my toes. You see my feet getting all squishy. It feels really good between your toes. That one had child pee in it. Child pee. That's child pee. But you see how it's a little yellow? I can just mix it in with the others. Don't matter. It's fun, even as an adult. This is stuff I would have loved as a kid. Squish, squish, squish. Oh, slippery. Squish, squish. I can pop them with my toes. Pop. There, it blew up. There it goes. Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun to play with. It's really fun to play with. Come on, come on. Come on, blow up. Blow up. There it goes. Hey. Just kind of give it a solution soup. And just kind of throw more in there. But you want to make sure it's really wet before you drain it down, because so like there might be fibers in the little drain plug, but yeah, you keep it wet. It's fine. Like that. And yeah, it's just one of those weird things that adults and kids like me. I mean, I was autistic when I was a kid too, but I didn't get to do this, and this is something I always wanted to do. Yeah, you can see it's draining just fine, but there's a solution in here. So it goes down the drain just fine, but you have to run water. It's really fun though. Well, I'm gonna clean up my tub. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.
You've basically seen everything that this disgusting piece of shit has to offer. So I guess I'll just leave you with that. I'll leave you with this. What I was referring to in the beginning of the video. It's okay to enjoy whatever you enjoy, whatever floats your boat. Like I said, as long as you're not hurting yourself and hurting others or children, do whatever. Alright? Whatever floats your boat. As long as you go out, touch a little grass, I think you'll be fine. Pamperchu's the outcome of both mental handicap and just very unchecked habits. Very, very unchecked habits. You know, they need more eyes on them. Just like with Controlla, Carissa, whatever you want to call her. These people need more eyes on them, watching them. Because they're very, very terrible people. Anyways, I thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. And, you know, maybe go check out some of my other documentaries or something, you know? And I'll see you in the next episode of whatever I'm doing beside put your diaper on my bunny. Oh, God, that's awful. That's an awful outro. Have a good day.